Water flows through a pipe at a rate of 3 gallons per minute. Which of the following is the same rate? Well, I noticed that they went from minute to second. So I'm going to create a chart that helps me move from minutes to seconds. I've made my chart with gallons on the left, minutes in the middle, and seconds on the right. 3 gallons in 1 minute, and 1 minute is the same as 60 seconds. Now I've reduced my chart to 3 gallons in 60 seconds, since 60 seconds is the same as 1 minute. Since all our answer choices are per second, we need to get 60 seconds down to just 1 second. So 60 seconds divided by 60 equals 1 second. Since we divided the seconds column by 60, making it 60 times smaller, we also have to divide the gallons section by 60, making it 60 times smaller. 3 gallons divided by 60 is the same as 3 over 60. And 3 over 60 is the same as 1 over 20, because 3 divided by 3 equals 1, and 60 divided by 3 equals 20. 1/20th of a gallon flows in 1 second. Now I noticed that 1/20th of a gallon isn't any of our choices. 1/20th is the same as 1 divided by 20. 1/20th, or 1 divided by 20, equals 5/100ths, or 0.05. 1 divided by 20 would be the same as 3 divided by 60. So 3 divided by 60, or 3 over 60, also equals 5/100ths. 3 gallons per minute is the same rate as 5/100ths gallons per second. So I would select A, 5/100ths gallons per second. A man drove 350 miles in 4.5 hours. If the posted speed limit was 65 miles per hour the entire way, approximately how many miles per hour over the speed limit was he going? Well, they say he drove 350 miles in 4.5 hours, so I made a chart with miles on the left side, 350 miles, and hours on the right-hand side, 4.5 hours. The posted speed limit was 65 miles per hour. That means for each hour, the speed limit would be 65 miles, or traveling 65 miles in only 1 hour. So we need to figure out how far he traveled in just 1 hour. 4.5 hours divided by 4.5 equals 1. Since we made 4.5 hours 4.5 times smaller by dividing it by 4.5, we need to do that to the miles side as well. So 350 divided by 4.5. 350 divided by 4.5 can be written like this. You'd have to move the decimal all the way to the right, changing it from 4.5 to 45, making that number 10 times greater. And since you made the 4.5 10 times greater by moving the decimal one place to the right, you'd also have to do that to 350. Move that decimal one place to the right, making it 10 times greater, which is 3,500. Now the division problem reads 3,500 divided by 45. And that's the same as 350 divided by 4.5. You can also use a calculator to do this, and that would be 350 divided by 4.5. I'll show you what that looks like. $350 divided by 4.5 is not exactly 78, but it could round up to 78. So in 1 hour, he's traveling approximately 78 miles. So he's traveling approximately 78 miles per hour. But they're not asking us how many miles per hour he's traveling. They're asking us how many miles per hour over the speed limit he was traveling. Approximately 78 miles per hour minus 65 miles per hour, that's going to tell us how many miles per hour over the speed limit he was traveling. 78 minus 65 is 13, so he was traveling approximately 13 miles per hour over the speed limit. The correct answer would be C, 13 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. Jeremy packed an emergency supply kit with enough canned foods to last one person for 60 days. How long can he expect the supply of canned foods to last a group of 4 people? I made a table with number of people on the left column and number of days on the right column. For just one person, there was 60 days worth of food. When you divide 60 days worth of food by 2 people, it becomes 30 days worth of food. If the amount of food would last 30 days for 2 people, then for 4 people it would last only 15 days. The correct answer would be B, 15 days for 4 people. There would be enough food for 4 people for 15 days. 6th grade math, CAASPP practice number 4. The Robinson family went on a hike while camping. If they increased their elevation by 200 feet every 5 minutes, at what rate are they climbing? Well, the information they gave us was 200 feet every 5 minutes, but every answer selection is per minute. So I made a table so we can get the number of minutes down to 1 single minute. If they increased their elevation by 200 feet every 5 minutes, at what rate are they climbing? 5 minutes divided by 5 equals 1 minute, or 1. And since we made the right-hand column 5 times smaller by dividing it by 5, we also need to make the left-hand column 5 times smaller by dividing that by 5. 200 divided by 5 equals 40. If they increase their elevation by 200 feet every 5 minutes, their elevation would be increasing 40 feet per minute. 6th grade math CAASPP practice number 5. A car travels 42 miles each hour for 4 hours. Calculate the distance that the car traveled. I highlighted some of the important information that they gave us. In green, I highlighted 42 miles each hour, and in red, I highlighted 4 hours. I'm making a table with miles on the left column and hours in the right column. The information tells us that the car travels 42 miles each hour, so I put 42 miles in the left column and 1 hour in the right-hand column. If the car travels 42 miles in 1 hour, then it would travel twice that far in 2 hours. In 2 hours, the car travels 84 miles. 1 times 2 is 2, and 42 times 2 is 84. They want us to calculate the distance that the car traveled in 4 hours. So I'm just going to go ahead and multiply the 2 hours times 2 to get 4 hours. And since I multiplied the number of hours times 2, I need to multiply the number of miles times 2. So 84 miles times 2 equals 168 miles. The distance that the car travels in 4 hours is 168 miles. 6th grade math CAASPP practice number 6. Sally ate 2 pieces of pepperoni pizza. Later, she ate 1 slice of cheese pizza. Which of the following ratios identifies how many slices of pizza Sally ate in total compared to the number of slices of pepperoni pizza she ate? She ate 2 pieces of pepperoni pizza and she ate 1 slice of cheese pizza. They're asking us to identify how many slices of pizza Sally ate in total compared to the number of slices of pepperoni pizza she ate. So I need to write down the total number of slices eaten and write down the total number of pepperoni slices eaten. The total number of slices eaten is 2 pepperoni slices plus 1 cheese slice. That would be a total of 3 slices eaten. The total number of pepperoni slices eaten is 2. So the ratio of the total number of slices eaten compared to the total number of pepperoni slices eaten is 3 to 2. Sally ate a total of 3 slices of pizza compared to just 2 slices of pepperoni pizza. The correct answer would be B, a ratio of 3 to 2. 6th grade math CAASPP practice problem number 7. Mr. Alvarez is buying every boy on his son's football team a new football. The footballs are sold in packages of 4. There are a total of 15 boys on the football team. I highlighted some of the important information. Footballs are sold in packages of 4, and there are a total of 15 boys on the football team. Part A. In order for every boy to receive a football, how many packages of footballs does Mr. Alvarez need to buy? Since there's 15 boys on the football team, he'll need to buy at least 15 footballs, but footballs are sold in packages of 4. 4 times 4 is 16, so if he bought 4 packages of 4, he'd have 16 footballs, which would be enough for every boy on the team. He'd even have 1 left over for himself. Part B. Using your findings in Part A, if every package costs $20.97, how much will Mr. Alvarez spend on footballs? If he buys 4 packages of footballs at $20.97 each, that would be $20.97 times 4. $20.97 is almost $21. In fact, it's 3 cents away from $21. And 3 cents times 4 packages equals 12 cents. So you could do it mentally in your head at $21 times 4 and then subtract 12 cents from your answer. Either way you do it, you're going to end up with $83.88. Mr. Alvarez would spend $83.88 purchasing 4 packages of 4 footballs at $20.97 each. 6th grade math CAASPP practice, problem number 8. Film Extravaganza is having a sale on DVDs. The store is offering a sale pack of 4 movies for $55.80. What is the unit price of a DVD in the sale pack? I highlighted some of the important information. Pack of 4 movies for $55.80, and what is the unit price? I'm making a table with the dollar amount on the left-hand column and the number of DVDs on the right-hand column. The information tells us that you can get 4 DVDs for $55.80. In order to know the unit price, I need to divide 4 by 4 to get 1 DVD, and I need to divide $55.80 by 4. $55.80 divided by 4 is $13.95. The unit price for 1 DVD at Film Extravaganza is $13.95. To keep up with Film Extravaganza, Offbeat Movies is also having a sale on DVDs. The unit price of any DVD at Offbeat Movies is the same as the unit price of a DVD in the sale pack at Film Extravaganza. How much would it cost a customer for 8 DVDs at Offbeat Movies? I highlighted some of the important information. The unit price of a DVD in the sale pack at Film Extravaganza is $13.95. So I've made a table, and since we know the unit price, I started the table with 1 DVD with a cost of $13.95. Highlighted in red, it says how much would it cost a customer for 8 DVDs. So now in the table, I need to turn the 1 into an 8 by making it 8 times bigger. 1 DVD times 8 equals 8 DVDs. And $13.95 times 8 equals $111.60. You could also figure out how much the 8 DVDs cost by doubling the price for 4 DVDs. If you can buy 4 DVDs for $55.80, then you can buy 8 DVDs for double that, or $55.80 times 2. $55.80 plus $55.80 equals $111.60. A customer can buy 8 DVDs at Offbeat Movies for $111.60.